job market for technical communicators can be exciting, with diverse roles across many industries. However, it may seem daunting to actually get your foot in the door, especially if you're looking for your first technical writing job, changing industries, or finding a new role. Hello, my name is Cody Holden, and I'm currently the Technical Writing Manager here at Communicators Software in Austin. Prior to being hired here as an entry-level technical writer, I was a graduate student with practically no tech comm experience whatsoever. Fortunately, with the use of a tailored portfolio, I was able to demonstrate my skills to get an interview and ultimately a job offer here at Communicators. This video seeks to help you do the same by demonstrating what is a portfolio, how you can map a portfolio to a given job opening, and then we're also going to look at a case study of how this operates in the real world. Portfolios are integral for showcasing your communication skill to prospective employers. A portfolio is a collection of work and feedback that goes beyond your resume to show what you can do and what you know. Let's look at a few other reasons why you should consider a portfolio. Portfolios create a portrait of a communicator within a particular context. Portfolios allow you to scaffold how your work is interpreted. Rather than just a random selection of past work, each document can work in tandem with the others to develop a picture of your tech comm work that suits the prospective job. Portfolios can reveal development over time. Even your more elementary work can be useful in your portfolio. As we mentioned how documents work together in a portfolio, rough drafts can demonstrate progress and initiative when placed next to more recent, polished work. Portfolios present writing as both a process and a product. In the case that you are short on completed work, procedural outlines or demonstrations of drafts can function in a portfolio as indicators of your process. This organizational aspect is key and one that could be entirely absent from traditional resumes. So, now that we know what a portfolio is and how it can be useful, let's drill down a little bit more to see how each role in technical communication can be manifested in a portfolio. Let's look at three particular subfields of technical communication and their respective documents. In Portfolios for Technical and Professional Communicators, Herb Smith and Kim Hames-Korn outline the following subfields: Instructional Designer, Graphic and Web Designer, and Technical Writer and Editor. For our first section, Instructional Designer, you may want to include the following: tutorials, scripts for videos or trainings, or presentations. Aligning the format of these items to the formats and file types specified in your job application can make them even more effective. For our next section, Graphic or Web Designer, you may want to focus on visually appealing documents. Research suggests that you include the following: standalone graphics or logos, website mock-ups, or even pencil and paper mock-ups of web design. Remember that portfolios can be indicative of process, so including before and after examples can be a key part of a graphic-based portfolio. For our last section, Technical Writers and Editors, you may want to include the following: proposals and grants, user manuals, and internal documentation. These items can cover the general demands of these roles. As this is the exact role I applied for and received, we'll take a closer look with a case study and real-world example. Let's begin our case study by examining the exact job description for the technical writer entry-level position at Communicators. Most importantly, let's identify a few of the responsibilities of the job. If we can demonstrate how we are capable of these through our portfolio, we'll have a much better shot at obtaining the role. For my purposes, I focused in on develops and publishes user documentation, assists with creating web pages, and creates presentations for specific audience needs. For this first item, user documentation is specifically mentioned. As I said earlier, I hadn't been paid to design any user documentation prior to this interview. However, I had created a short guide for Audacity users. Even though Mitratech is a legal software company and Audacity is a free, open-source audio editing software, I was able to incorporate my guide in my portfolio because it demonstrated guiding users through a specific action. In case you haven't completed any guides and your job application would require a procedural guide, you can still create a walkthrough for any program or process of your interest. Simply find a program or process that interests you and get writing. You don't actually need any fancy software to make these sample guides either. In fact, I created my guide in Microsoft Word. The second goal of my portfolio was to demonstrate a proficiency with designing or assisting the design of websites. Unfortunately, I didn't have a body of web pages to draw from, so instead I included in my portfolio a snippet of HTML as well as a listing of the free classes I took on the online help site Codecademy. Doing so allowed me to demonstrate a sense of process as well as a willingness to learn. This can be difficult to achieve on a resume, but a portfolio allows you to tangibly demonstrate these skills as well as the desire to better yourself in areas in which you might not have experience. My last goal was to show that I could work with presenting information. As a graduate student, I selected a Prezi completed for a rhetoric course as my example. Including this in my portfolio and application resulted in immediate questions from my interviewer. Analyzing and pairing your portfolio to the job requirements not only shows how much you care about the job, but how well suited you are to the position. My portfolio had only these 3 items, however each one spoke to a specific requirement in the job posting. Delivering this portfolio ahead of the application process, as well as in this very interview room, helped me demonstrate that I would be the best candidate for the job. The format and presentation of your portfolio may change from job to job. In my case, I brought hard copies of my resume, the Audacity user guide, and my HTML reference sheet. I also brought these items along with my Prezi presentation on a flash drive. Doing so allowed the interviewer to have tangible examples of my work for discussion throughout the interview. Doing so broke the typical interview cadence and provided real-world experience for us to discuss. These general concepts of contouring your portfolio to the job description, creating context between each element in your portfolio, and delivering this portfolio at the interview can apply to any tech comm job. With each application, your portfolio will continue to grow. I hope you found this video helpful and informative, and good luck on your career search.